interrupted. The phone where you do these streams on your phone. When someone rings me, it's cutting off the stream and it gnaws it right up. So anyway, Marcus Rashford. Now we know his brother and agent is out in Italy talking to AC Milan and Como. Now I've heard today. Well, it's been a rumour for a little while, but I've heard today there might be some substance behind the fact that Marcus Rashford could possibly be signed by Arsenal for £21 million. Now, we know he's a left-sided player. We know with Martinelli and Trossard on that left, there's a bit of trouble there, isn't there? They're not really at it. The form, especially Trossard, the form's dropped off. And is Marcus Rashford the answer on that left-hand side now? I don't think so. I don't want him anywhere near the club. Listen, I know there's a few people in the chat just before I got cut off. Hopefully you'll come back and you can see this. But listen, Marcus Rashford, it ain't for me. I can't make any sense of it. Another reject from another big club that they don't want him no more. Obviously, there's something wrong with him. He's only 27. He's been around for what seems is an eternity. He was a great player. Don't get me wrong. I mean, he was, and I don't like to say that at 27 that he's past it already, because I don't think he could be absolutely past it at 27. But something's not right. His head's been turned. There's something not right with him. He's definitely not the same player. Could it have been the managers that have took over? There's been a lot of managers at Man United since Ferguson left. And he's been, I think he's been at United I think he's been there since he was 8 or 9 years old, something like that. So he's been there a long time. He was there under Ferguson. Ferguson brought him through towards the end of Ferguson's tenure. Then all the managers afterwards, you've had some Ralph Ragnicks and the other guy, I can't remember all their names. But like the last Ten Hag, didn't fancy him. This new manager, Ruben Amorim, does he fancy him? I don't know. I'm not so sure. But another thing is, this is apparently coming out of Italy, 2-2 Sport, via Sky Sports Italy. So they're saying that there's some substance behind it. But I don't want Marcus Rashford. Let me know in the comment section. Do you want Marcus Rashford in the club? It's definitely not for me. Definitely not for me. I mean, there's a lot better players out there we could be going for. Is it just going to be like we done with Sterling, just right at the end, right at the last minute of the transfer window, we go and snatch Sterling up in the summer? He done that to appease the fans. It wasn't the right signing for me. What's going to happen when they go and get Rashford? Is it going to be the same thing? Are they going to wait right to the end and just see how the land lies, see if they can sign anybody else first, and then go and sign Rashford? I mean, I don't want Rashford. He's £300,000 a week. AFC always in the chat. Go and get Youre or Osherman. Exactly that. Go and get a Youre or an Osherman. I prefer Youre. I know I've been following him since last season. He was scoring loads and loads of goals, like 30 odd goals in the season or something like that. It was amazing goals and assists tally last season. This season is continued with that rhetoric. He's scoring loads of goals. He's not assisted as many so far this season, but he's scoring loads of goals still, and that's what you want, a striker that can put the ball in the back of the net. Now Rashford ain't put the ball in the back of the net for God knows how long. Why is it even being suggested that we're going to be linked to Marcus Rashford? It is ridiculous to me. Ridiculous. But Manners Gaming in the chat. Now we have to stop raiding other clubs' reject bins. Get your quiz or Osman. Someone that'll score us goals, not another reject. Exactly that. But why is it even... Don't forget to smash the likes, guys. Smash the likes and the thumbs up button at the top of the screen. Why? Why? What does he see in him? You can tell that he's not had a great time the last 2 years. Maybe even 3 years. He's not had a great time. Under Ten Hag, he hardly played. Ten Hag, I know Ten Hag won a League Cup and a FA Cup in these 2 years at Man United, but did Rashford really? He didn't really play for him, did he? He didn't really, and there was a lot of. It was like an outcast. There was a lot of people saying, "What's happened there? Why is he being used?" And they kept using Anthony as well. Anthony's probably be leaving Man United, but Anthony was sort of playing instead of Rashford a lot. Anyway, what I think, I mean, I don't really follow them to the point of like I follow Arsenal, but Does Anthony play on the left or the right? I can't really remember, but we know Rashford plays on the left. And I remember seeing Anthony on the team sheet a few times, when you're looking through, seeing who's playing each other and that. But Rashford, I ain't seen him. I haven't seen him. He hasn't played. We know his brother's out in Italy. And, does he want to move away from the Premier League or not? I've heard that he doesn't want to move away from the Premier League. And obviously he's been offered to Arsenal for 21 million. Apparently it's not gospel. This is what's coming out of Sky Sports Italy. But also, another thing that's coming out of Sky Sports Italy is the Inter Milan manager Inzaghi wants to come and manage Arsenal. See, so you don't know for sure what is true and what ain't. You can't believe anything. Like Anthony says, friend of the channel. Listen, don't believe what you hear until you see him holding up the shirt, which is a true and honest statement, because I'm doing this video on this, I'm reacting on it just because I was asked a question. So this is a question answered live. It's in the playlist. There's loads of questions in the playlist of questions answers live if you want to go and have a look at that. But I answer the question. So anyone asks me a question, I'll do a little video like this and I'll answer it live and get comments from other people in the chat. Kevin Benson, just like Nketiah, man, we definitely done the right thing getting rid of him, didn't we? It would be a typical Arteta signing to get Rashford. Absolutely. Get Rashford. Don't that tell you anything? In his name, what everybody's calling him, Marcus Rashford. That's got to tell you something, innit? I swear. And I think it'll regress even more under Arteta. Our whole team this season has gone backwards, regressed. Declan Rice has been called Declining Rice. Declining Rice. That's what all the other fans are calling him. It's under Arteta, mate. We need to get this. We need to get him out of the club. We need to, seriously. We need to. I don't listen to Paper Talk, but I wouldn't be surprised if we end up with Rashford. That's from McManus. Yeah, mate. I won't be surprised, but I'll be gutted. Why? Make it make sense. As the thumbnail says, someone in the chat, make it make sense. Because no one can make it make sense. No one can make a signing like Marcus Rashford to Arsenal make any sense whatsoever. Why would you want to do that? Is there a little backhander? I mean, I know there probably ain't, and I'm only just saying there's no merit to that. But it makes you think sometimes. You've got to investigate things like this. What was the point in signing Sterling in the summer? So he's hardly featured. In the FA Cup game against Newcastle the other day, he was on the bench. We signed him in the summer. Calafiori was on the bench. We signed him in the summer. Marino was on the bench. We signed him in the summer. They didn't even come on as subs. They was on the bench. They didn't even come on the pitch. Prefer to get Nico Williams. Nico Williams will cost about 50 million AFC. 50 million buyout clause. But he is also on huge rate wages. Around the £300,000 a week mark. Now, what does that say to the rest of the squad? We know Havertz is on nearly that, about 280, I think. But I don't know what Saka's on, but I think Saka's got a new contract. I think he's got a big contract, around the 200,000 mark. But he's our talisman. He's our best player, and it looks like he's going to be out for 4 to 6 months. 4 to 6 months. But what I'm saying is, if you go and get Nico Williams and give him 300 grand a week straight away, that's going to upset some team players, mate. It's going to upset the rest of the team. It's going to Saka, even though he's injured, is going to think, why are they giving him 300 grand a week? He ain't even kicked the ball for us yet. And I've been here all these years. I was the main influence for the last 2 seasons. I was going to say success, but it's not really success. I mean, improvement to finish runners-up 2 seasons running. It was all me, really. It was. It was Saka. Without Saka, look at the decline. Look, Saka not in that team. Since he's been injured, we have been shit. When Odegaard was missing for 12 games, we was all right. We weren't as good. But then Odegaard, when he come back from injury, he had a couple of good games, 2 or 3 good games, but then he's fell off a cliff as well. He's fell off a cliff. Opinions on pancakes. I like pancakes on pancake day, yeah. Bit of sugar and a bit of Jif lemon. Nice. Opinions on pancakes. What's all that about? Nobody woven. I suppose you like pancakes, sir. Yeah, so let me know. What do you think? Would you sign? I like pancakes, okay. Yeah, I like pancakes as well. I only have them once a year though. I don't have them often. We've got a day called Pancake Day. I think it's in March, sometime in March, isn't it? And we have that's a day that is a national day that we all eat pancakes in the UK. I don't know if anybody else in Europe or the US have it. Same, honestly. Listen, Marcus Rashford, come on, let me get some comments in there. Let's get some comments. Football fans out there, mate. Even if we get any Man United fans, what do you think? February day before Ash Wednesday. Oh, Aces is in the chat. How you doing, Aces? What do you think about this? Marcus Rashford to answer. Any truth you think? I'm from the UK too. Oh, okay, nobody Woven's from the UK too. Yeah, we don't know there on YouTube. We get people from all over the world. So yeah, so that's why I said that. Aces, let me know what you think about Marcus Rashford. Rashford is completely, utterly garbage. Yes, mate. Absolutely. He's shit. He's fell off a cliff. I tell you what, when he burst onto the scene, I would have given every penny I had, every penny I had for him to sign for Arsenal. I'm telling you. But now, no way, mate. No way. Listen, it could rejuvenate his career. Could be wrong. We could all be wrong about this. He could come to Arsenal and then go boss and start smashing it. Who knows? We don't know. We're going to take a chance? No. So, hi. How you doing, Ellie? Hi. We're going to take a chance on Rashford? No. Take a chance on Youre. People were saying Youre is smashing it only because he's playing in the Portuguese league for Sporting Lisbon, only because it's not as competitive as the Premier League. But if I'm going to take a chance on a player, why take a chance on a player that hasn't scored for God knows how long, or against taking a chance on a player that's scoring for fun and assisting? Arsenal will win tomorrow, either 1 or 2-0. Do you think that, Aces? Put your score predictions in the chat as well for tomorrow's FA Cup game. We're at home. We're at the Emirates to Man United. That'd be, well, mind you, it won't, because I think he's been exiled from the squad, Rashford, so I don't think he'd be playing tomorrow. But wouldn't that be funny if he come on and scored the winner against Arsenal and then we sign him? That would be funny, wouldn't it? White kit is absolutely, yeah. Listen, I know what it is. It's put down the knives thing. No more red. That's what. It's the 4th year running. I think they're doing it. Aces. It's 4th year. But why white? White's Tottenham colours. Why not just have black? Why not have black? You know, I don't like it. I do like. You know, I do like what they've got. The reasons behind it, and you know why they're doing it. It's a good cause and everything, absolutely. But don't wear white, mate. Wear black then, because when you wear white, it feels Tottenhamy, doesn't it? It don't feel right for me. £140. What do you mean £140, Aces? What? I don't know what you mean by that, mate. What was I saying? So AFC always thinks 2-1 to Man United. Yeah, I mean I've sort of changed my mind, man. I was thinking we're going to get. I can't go against Arsenal, especially at the Emirates. Even though as much as my head's telling me that we're going to struggle, but my heart won't let me go against my team, and I'm going to stick with 1-0 Arsenal. White kit is £140. Oh my God, 140 quid for a football kit, mate. They're smashing it, mate. They're absolutely smashing it, and they probably sell loads of them. They probably still sell loads of them, wouldn't they? I mean, AFC always was telling me about it's for free hot dogs at the Emirates Stadium is 50 quid. For free hot dogs over there, mate. It is ridiculous the amount of money they earn, you know. As well, let me make another point as well. We've got money to spend this January. And I've seen Arteta come out and say, oh, it's so difficult to sign players in the January. It ain't difficult if you offer the money. If you invoke the buyout clause in the contract, doesn't matter if it's January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Doesn't matter what month it is. Doesn't matter. The club are obligated to sell the player. Nico Williams has got 50 million, I think. 50 million or 58 million euro back, £50 million buyout clause. Youre is about 80 million buyout clause. Put the money on the table. If you're serious, you put the money on the fucking table. That's what you do. Every time we play in that white kit, we get knocked out of the FA Cup. It's true. No trophies again this season. Listen, it's going to be a monumental task to go up to St James's Park in the second leg, innit? Try and overturn that 2-0 deficit. It's not going to happen. It's not. Listen, the only way that could ever happen is if we score in the first few minutes and it's 2-1. Then there may be a chance. They might get a bit panicky at the back. You never know, but we've got to score early. If we're going to have any chance of turning that round, we've got to score early. Ace is saying AFC only one victory against Oxford United in the white kit. Yeah, in the FA Cup, yeah. Newcastle will destroy Arsenal 3-0. What, at St James's Park? So you reckon it's going to be a 5-0 aggregate score? I mean, I can't, yeah. I mean, hopefully they'll adjust. Hopefully by that time we'll have a couple of different players in the squad, because it's not till... It's in February, isn't it? It's in February. I think the window finishes on the 3rd of February. And then it might be the week after that, if I can remember rightly. I think it's a week after the window shuts that we got that second leg. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I am concerned about that. I am concerned. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be very difficult. And this game, even though it's at the Emirates as well, Newcastle done us at the Emirates. Listen, we've got some tough games after that as well. We've got Spurs on Wednesday, and then the next weekend we've got Villa. So, some tough games coming up, and we need to pull our socks up. We need to. And we need to just, I think as a fan base, all of us, we just need, even the Arteta ins and the Arteta outs, there's so much division and hatred in the fan base. We've got fans calling other fans weirdos, idiots, C-words. It's disgusting, mate. It's disgusting. Listen, we're supposed to be Arsenal. We're supposed to be all together. You know what I mean? But we've got fans turning on each other, and it's disgusting. Calling up, there's a certain channel. Oh, mate, it's been terrible what I've seen on here, man. It's terrible. Champions League. Bruno G will destroy Arsenal in midfield. Yeah, he didn't even play, did he? He didn't even play the other day, Tuesday night. And they still done us 2-0. The football what was used in the League Cup will be the football for the Premier League next season. Relegation battle. Oh, yeah, because Arteta said they use a different football. The flight of the ball, this and that. The grip. The grip of the football. What the fuck? This just confirms what a completely deluded fucking idiot Mikel Arteta really is. He's blaming the football. Newcastle didn't have a problem with it. Newcastle... Right, this is why I've got my head in my hands. And I was behind the manager. I wanted to be behind the manager and behind the club. I didn't want to be on the fence and you know... and I did go to the fence, and now I'm against the manager. People call you a flip-flop for doing that. Don't come to me because we told you that Arteta weren't the man for the job in the first place. Now you're not allowed to say Arteta out. Stick with your manager. Just come together. Just come together as a team. People are allowed to change their minds. Full Twitter might have football tomorrow, excuse. Just come together as a fan. Why you got to be so angry with each other? Well, it's not. It's not the fans that have been behind it. They're quite calm, but it's the fans that was all been Arteta out and been screaming Arteta out, don't want Arteta all the way through it, because they're starting to be proved right. They're fucking slagging off and having a go at other people. It's not right, mate. You can't have a go at the fan base. We're supposed to be a unit. That's why you love the club. You love the club because of the atmosphere and the togetherness and the camaraderie of the fans. The fans are the club. The manager, the owners, the players all change. The fans don't change, you just get new ones. The fans don't change. We're all supposed to be a unit together. And I've seen the arguing. I've seen the fighting. It is fucking unbelievable. It is unbelievable, man. And these people will just like fucking think their shit don't stink and think they're right. They're out of order, mate. They're bullying other fans. I've seen fans catching snips because there's certain other fans have woke up to the fact that Arteta ain't the man for the job. They've woke up, and it's not only us. See, I told you, like normal people would do. It's blah blah, F word, C word, fat, this, that, mate. It absolutely fucking makes me sick. And the fans turn, and them kind of fans turn on others. It's sick, man. We're supposed to be a fucking unit. We're never going to be a unit when you've got other fans that are absolutely going over the top, mate. Going over the top. We lose tomorrow, he should be sacked on the spot. Absolutely, AFC. Absolutely. I don't know why. Well, he's got his new deal, so he's under no pressure. I mean, it's a 3-year deal now, isn't he? 15 million a year, whatever it is, I don't know. He's not under any pressure. He would have been under pressure if we never got that deal yet. He got it in September, but why didn't we wait till around this time, Christmas, January, around this time? Because his contract runs to the summer, his old contract. So why didn't we wait till this time before we decided to renew it? Off the back of finishing second twice, I do understand why the Reds thought, yeah, it's a vast improvement. But we still ain't won nothing. And look at the decline this season. The summer window was a 1 out of 10. Was a 1 out of 10. If you give it a 1 out of 10. Even if you give it that, 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10. Because he's bought... Calafiori ain't proved anything. He scored 1 goal. It was a good goal. But he scored 1 goal. Marino scored 1 or 2. And Sterling, what is he doing? What is he doing? I don't know what else Moreno does. I don't know. I can't see it. Because he scored a goal in the Euros, we bought him. Arteta will never be sacked because he has only one object every season: Champions League qualified, like Wenger did. Transfer winner was a -10 aces. Yeah, I agree, son. I agree there, mate. Hell. -10, that's probably better. AFC always. The owners are the problem too. The owners are the problem too. We have never won the league under the Cronkies. No, we haven't. But the Cronkies have backed the manager, mate. You can't say they haven't backed him. It's been Edu and Arteta have fucked it. They're the ones that fucked it. And apparently, I've heard recently, the reason why Edu left, not long after Arteta got his new deal, is because of the power. He's getting more power at the club. Like, instead of being the head coach, now he's the manager. Something along them lines. So I don't know how true that is. Was that the real reason? I thought they were friends. Do you know what I mean? We haven't got a sporting director at the moment. I've heard Thomas Rosicki. I've heard a couple of other names that I don't even know could be coming in to be a sporting director. So, but I thought the sporting director was the manager's boss. So Arteta's picking his own boss. It's ridiculous. Edu didn't approve of Arteta getting that new 3-year deal. Yes, that's what I've heard. That's what I've heard as well. He didn't approve. He didn't approve of the terms of the deal. Like he's got more power in the club. So, yeah, that's what I've heard as well, man. But I'm the reason for the video. The reason why I come live is because I see that link again. It's been going on for a few weeks. Don't get me wrong, but I've seen it. The one that's coming out of Italy saying that it could be moving forward. Rashford don't want to leave the Premier League. Rashford don't want to leave the Premier League. He'd rather go to a Premier League club. And then it was all on the bandwagon, jumping on that it's Arsenal or the club that are interested in him. Up for 21 million. Mate, it's a shocking revelation, man. If it's true. But can you believe what you see online? Can you believe it? It's come via Tattoo Sports, an Italian outlet, and via Sky Sports Italy. This is what I've read. Transfer incoming last day of the... This is what AFC always. This is what I just said. I said, like they done with Raheem Sterling. The last minute of the transfer window, they say, what, bang, someone said, Allstein or someone, that's it, we're not getting other players. And then right at the last minute, we get Raheem Sterling. So is that going to happen again at the end of this month? Or the beginning of the next month? Because I think it's going on to the 3rd of February. Give me 1 second. I'm on the phone, Jules. 1 minute. What? Yeah, sorry, that's the kids downstairs. They're playing in the park. Sorry about that, everyone. Rashford number 40. They don't want to do that, mate. They don't want to do that. Give Rashford the number 14 shirt. I will absolutely go mental. I was... Oh, mate. That shirt number, we all agree should be retired, shouldn't it? We should be retiring that number 14 shirt and the number 10 shirt and the number 6 shirt. Tony Adams, Dennis Bergkamp and Thierry Henry. Yeah. Yeah. All right, 60. Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry. Yeah, no, this is the thing. I mean, I try and do a live, and I keep getting interrupted. The first time I tried to do this, didn't I, a minute ago, and my phone never stopped ringing. I had to restart it. Yeah, so where was we? The number 14 shirt. Yeah, mate, it should be retired. What do you think? Do you think we should retire the shirt AFC always Aces? Do you think we should retire the 14 shirt? Absolutely, mate. Retire it. If Marcus, listen, Theo Walcott had it, didn't he? I weren't upset. I wasn't too pleased about that. Excuse me. Who was the last player to have that shirt? Who was it? It's gone right in my head. When a player having that shirt, it's -2 here, absolutely freezing. It's freezing outside, there's frost everywhere. The kids still want to play out, though, the nutcases. They're mad. Walcott, no, there was another player. Who had 14. I can't think who it was. I remember Walcott, I'm sure, because I remember thinking to myself, what the fucking hell has he got that shirt for? Who was it? Or it might have been Walcott, the last one. I can't think. Nketiah. That was it, Nketiah. My gosh, yeah. Do you remember that? I think I've done a video about it, actually. I probably did. I've probably done a video about it because I remember being furious. Furious. But this is how much he rates the club. Mikel Arteta, this is how much, if he's supposed to love the club, an ex-player didn't do really much for us, did he? He didn't really do. He wasn't really that great, but you know, I hope Everton going for him. Go back to Everton. Everton sacked Sean Dyche, didn't they? So, I mean, I think they're going to get David Moyes. But, I mean, why don't he go to Everton? That would be... Sack him there, Everton will snap him up. Moyes would have to take a sidestep and Everton would go straight for him, wouldn't they? Big up Football Dad's Army. Thank you, Anthony Herberts. The Arsenal Alliance now, sir. You keep winding me up. Arteta was a panic buy under Wenger. Yeah. He wasn't that great. He wasn't a great player. He's definitely not a great manager. I think he might be a good coach. You know, like you get an assistant like with Pep, or like the coach that takes the training. I think he'd have good ideas. Like he's got the set piece coach. Like he might be a good coach in that respect. But as a manager of a football team, picking the squad, tactics, you know, in-game management. Nah, mate. Nah, I don't think he's the kind of manager. Like Martinelli needed an arm around him. Like an Harry Redknapp style arm around him. Come here, boy. Come here. Come on. You'll be all right. Arteta's not like that. He's narcissist. He's like... I don't know. I don't even know if he's got any kind of relationship with the players. It doesn't seem that he's got that sort of... Some players need like a father figure-ish type boost. Like some players need that, so just for their confidence. And the managers that like Harry Redknapp, I'm not saying he was the greatest tactician, but he was a man manager. He was a man that the players loved him. You know, the players respected him through love instead of through fear. I think he's got a lot of tyrannical edge to him, Arteta. You know, like it's my way or the highway type of thing. Like, do this, you do it. If you don't do this, that's it, you're out. You know, that's what I believe. I'm dreading the game tomorrow. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm going to watch it. I was contemplating doing a watch along. I think is it the 3 o'clock game? I think it's on at 3 o'clock tomorrow. But I won't do a watch along because I want to watch the game properly. I was going to do a watch along for the Tottenham game as well, but I'm not going to do that now. I'm just going to do a live like this, a reaction. I'm going to do a reaction. I've decided not to do the watch alongs because, you know, I don't know if I enjoy doing the watch along because when I'm watching the game, I like to hear everything as well, and you have to have the volume off. And if you ain't got nobody in the chat, it just gets a bit boring, doesn't it? So I'm not going to do watch-alongs. I'm going to do lives like this and match reaction. So just watch the Wenger story, the Invincibles, for the 10th time. Got to say, our football was better under Wenger than Arteta. Yeah, absolutely. In the first half of it, the first 10 years, absolutely, 100% right, Anthony. My 11 tomorrow. Okay, this is AFC's 11 for tomorrow. Raya in goal, Timber right back, Tierney left back, Saliba and Gabriel centre halves, Rice, Partey and Odegaard in the midfield, Sterling, Martinelli, Jesus. That is exactly what we done on Thursday, AFC, weren't it? That's the exact team me and Anthony and the chat. You was in the chat. That's the team that we picked on Thursday, and that's the one. No, that's your own one, but the one that Arteta would probably go with, we definitely won't have Tierney at left back. We might possibly have Miles Lewis-Skelly there, but the rest of it could possibly. He's probably going to try and put Havertz in there somewhere. So, you know, Jesus will probably be benched for Havertz, I reckon. Lee, I know your love for Arteta, but how much do you trust the process to listen? Why do you keep saying that? Trust the process. I don't trust the process all this year. All this year, really. I've seen a decline. Yes, my rose-tinted glasses have been removed. I was behind the manager. I admit, like, hands up, I was behind him. But what I'm allowed to change my mind, and now what I've seen, I don't want it. And then you get shut down, told, like, finger pointing like that by the fans that have always been Arteta out. Not every them, not all of them, not every one of them, because most people are normal. But the other fans online are just like, you can fuck off, man. No, you can't be Arteta out. Be behind your man. You can't be this. You can't be that. No, because I told you from the start. Them fans, mate, and they want to call the fan base, like they say that word, the fan base. But I'm not going to name names, but I'm telling you, if you've seen the videos, you know what I'm talking about. And they because they're narcissistically right, and you know, instead of being welcoming as a fan base, as a community, and say, yeah, come, you know, see, I told you so, but not in a nasty way, in the way that say, look, I told you. Look, why didn't you listen to me? Well, because I was behind the club, right? We had differences of opinion, but so what? We're on the same page now, aren't we? No need to start slagging people off for it, mate. No need. I haven't personally been slagged off. I haven't, but I've seen a bit of online bullying going on with certain big accounts to a big account, another big account to a smaller account. I've seen just because the Arsenal, this industry, this football reaction, this streaming videos. Football clubs. Oh, I'll get it out in a minute. Like the fans online who've got the platforms and they react to games and everything. That industry, the division is. I don't think it's right. And I don't think that I can take abuse. We can all take abuse from other fans, from other clubs. You can get that. Banter that off. But when you've got fans within your own fan base doing it, I mean, it's not fair, is it? It's not nice. And if you want to slag the fan base off, then you're not an Arsenal fan. That's as simple as that. You're not. You want to slag other Arsenal fans off for having a different opinion to you, then you're not an Arsenal fan. Everyone is entitled to their opinion, but I've never watched Arteta. I never wanted Arteta, but that's my opinion, and I accept everyone's opinion as well. Listen, Anthony, exactly that, bro. I never wanted him. When we signed him, I didn't want Arteta. Finished 8th, 5th. losing out to Spurs in that third season for Champions League. I thought, why are they keeping him? Get rid of him. The last 2 years, I see the vast improvement. The vast improvement in the last 2 years. But this season, was it just luck? You know, was the last 2 years just because everybody else weren't as good? Man City have dropped well off the cliff, fell well off the cliff this season. We should be winning the league then. If Man City done this last season, we would have been champions. But they're doing it this year, and we're not capitalising because we're not good enough. I know we're second. I know we're still second. But look at Liverpool. Liverpool got a new manager this season, and they're flying. Chelsea, Enzo Maresca, they're not doing too bad either. You know, they've got going. They've turned their fortunes around. Do you know what I mean? So and we've had this manager for 5 years now, and now we're going backwards. We're regressing. If Everton can sack Sean Dyche, if West Ham can sack Lopetegui, if other managers can get sacked, well, Wolves sack Gary O'Neill. If other clubs sack their managers for not meeting the standards, then why can't we sack Arteta? I mean, we've got higher standards in clubs like Wolves and Everton, and West Ham, I suppose. But you know, we've got higher standards. We want better. We should be doing better because we're a bigger club, and you know, history tells you that. No disrespect to them clubs that I just mentioned, but what I'm saying is, if we're not winning titles or winning cups, we need a manager that's going to be able to do that for us. I know everybody wants to win the league. Everybody wants to win a cup. But, I mean, why are we not addressing it? Why are we not addressing it if clubs like Wolves, Everton and West Ham... Excuse me. If clubs like them clubs think, right, this ain't working out, this manager's not going to get us to where we want to be, we've got to pull the trigger, get a new manager. We've got to do that. And people say, no, come on, you're still second. You're still in the cup. No, we're not going to go to St James's Park and beat Newcastle by 2 goals. We're not going to go to. We're not going to confidently. I can't confidently say that we're going to beat Man United tomorrow. See, it's just look at what Alonso is doing at Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah, well, I don't really follow the German game, but by that comment, I should imagine that he's doing blinding out there. Oh, last season, is that where Granit Xhaka is? They won the league last year, didn't they? They won the league last year, yeah. Lee, we're 11 days into the window. We haven't signed anyone as of yet, but can we see Arteta signing someone? This is what this video's about, Anthony. I've heard Marcus Rashford. I done a little short video last night of what I would do in the window, and it was getting rid of Trossard, getting rid of Havertz, and getting rid of Sterling, sending him back to Chelsea, and replacing them with Kudus from West Ham, Youre from Sporting Lisbon, and Mbeumo from Brentford. Look at that. Go back and look at it. Go and look at that. The little short video that I done last night. It's got about 400 views, I think. I think that didn't do too bad so far. But yeah, that's just what I would do is them front three. I would pay for them by getting rid of Trossard, Havertz, and sending Sterling back to Chelsea, and then I would get, as I just said, you know, Kudus from West Ham, Youre from Sporting Lisbon, and Mbeumo from Brentford. What do you think of that? Do you think that's a good front three? I think that'd be a brilliant front three. I think absolutely. And then when Saka comes back, it'd be him and Mbeumo competing for that right hand side spot. Saka will probably get in front of him, but then if anything like this happens again, Mbeumo's there, I think he's capable. He's a similar player to Saka. Comes predominantly stays over to the right, but comes in on his left foot. I think Kudus, you know what he's doing at West Ham on the left there. He's doing bits over there. He's doing well. He's one of their best players. Young man, you know, he needs a new contract apparently, but you know, we could go and offer the money for him, get him. Youre, we all know what he's doing in Portugal. So for me, that would be what I would do. Yeah, so let me know what you would do in the comment section. Let me know what you would do. Anthony, what would you do? AFC always. What would you do? Who would you sign? Who would you bring into the club? Who would you bring this month, this January? Who would you, if you had the chance, be realistic about it. Don't say Isaac, because we're not going to get Isaac. Don't say that, because I've got to dismiss that. That won't happen. Be realistic about it. Who would you bring into the club? I think in Boamu, Youre and Kudus is realistic, because we're taking them from, no, Brentford's below us, West Ham's below us. We're taking them from clubs. We could say, come into Arsenal and help us win this Premier League. You know, we could sell it to them like that. Youre out in Portugal, you know, come to the Premier League, the best league in the world, mate. You know what I mean? We give you more money than what you're getting. Come and win the Premier League with us. Do you know what I mean? The only thing is, he'd be cup tied for the Champions League. That'd be the only problem with Youre. Youre, Kuna and Kudus. Yeah, there you go. Kuna. Youre, Kuna and Kudus. Give me 1 second. Okay.
Nothing.
Stop jumping around. Yeah. That's a good shout as well, because Kuna's a possibility from Wolves. Kuna's a possibility for Wolves. We've been linked to him as well. Nico Williams, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen this month. But I like that. I like Kuna. I do like Kuna. I think he's quite in a similar mould to Jesus. Both, I think he's Brazilian as well, isn't he, Kuna? But anyway, they both look the same. They've got the same stamp. I think they're very similar players, but I think he's a little bit better. Kuna's a little bit better. I think he scored more goals as well. Well, anyway, listen, I'm going to leave it as that. I will do a match reaction, a stream like this match reaction after the game tomorrow. I might even do another one later on tonight. If I do, I'll see you there. But thank you anyway. Thank you everyone in the chat. Thanks for your comments. Don't forget, if you watch this on a replay, stick a like on it for us. I'll speak to you on the next one.